Okay, now we will open up the open session, and Kathy, I'll turn it over to you to call on folks.
Our first speaker is Doug Gustafson. I'll unmute you, and if you could state your name for the record, and you have 3 minutes.
Okay, cool. You guys can hear me, right?
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay. Hello, this is Doug Gustafson, chairman of HomesNOW Not Later. As many people on this call know, and some may not know, HomesNOW and Not Later currently manages Unity Village tiny home community in Fairhaven, the first tiny home community in Bellingham. Unity Village has been in operation since August of 2019. We provide emergency housing for people who are homeless. In that time Unity Village has been in operation, there has not been a single police call. Multiple residents of Unity Village have also found permanent housing, employment opportunities, and a stable living situation while looking to upgrade to permanent housing. Unity Village has enhanced the community without high costs and have only added and improved to the overall community. Bellingham Chief of Police has indicated that everywhere HomesNOW has been hosted, that crime has gone down in the surrounding area, sometimes by as much as 30%. HomesNOW has proven that we can operate and thrive in an environment of crisis and emergency, and we're looking to do more as the need increases. With budgets getting tight, as emergency funds running out potentially later, as well as unemployment increasing, leading to homelessness, the city of Bellingham and other towns in Whatcom County, as well as the county government in general, should look for innovative solutions to help solve the problem of homelessness without breaking the bank. We also need solutions that are conducive to social distancing, such as tiny homes or sanctioned encampments, because each person gets their own space and naturally is quarantined from others in comparison to standard sheltering options, where often many people are in one room. The city and the county should be looking for bang for buck solutions. We're ready to help where it makes sense. The city of Bellingham and Whatcom County, as well as smaller cities in the county, in addition to local organizations, should work together to designate publicly sanctioned encampment sites for agencies such as HomesNOW or any other agency of a similar manner to operate in order to get more people off the streets and back to their lives. HomesNOW is willing to set up the first new site in addition to our current site as a template for future sites to work as a proof of concept. This type of program is beneficial in key areas regarding health, public safety, and environmental impacts. When more people who are homeless have somewhere to go and someone to help them get back on their feet, it will be better for the community in general, those who are facing homelessness and the overall community as well. We have previously spoken to county executives at Paul Sidhu, as well as some council members, about the possibility of wanting to do this. We are ready and able to make progress on this vital issue if we are given the chance. Our main barrier is land. If the county could designate some sites for this purpose, all we need is the basic hookups for water and electricity to support around 20 tiny homes, and we can take care of the rest and create a win-win for everyone. Please consider it. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Mary Macintosh. I'll unmute you.
Hello, this is Mary Macintosh. I am a resident of the county. I live out in Sudden Valley. I'm also a real estate agent, and I work in the Bellingham area. I'd like to discuss the homeless problem. It is a big concern for many of my clients who are relocating from out of state, and they witness the people on the streets. There is a way to get them off the streets, and what I would like to present is an option for the more tiny home villages to be built, like Unity Village, that is run by HomesNOW Not Later. That option removes the people from the street completely and allows them to get their lives together, allows them to have a place to leave their stuff and a door they can lock and gain some dignity. It also doesn't give them, or it removes them from the only option being the mission, which is a religious organization. And there should be other options for people who may not want to partake in a religious organization for a place for shelter. If there were cute tiny home villages, just like Unity Village, spread throughout the county, that would solve so much of this homeless problem and remove the people from the streets. Sweeps are happening, and that is at a high cost of taxpayer money in order to move people from one side of the street to the other side of the street. There's absolutely nothing to gain for this. And that isn't what we should be spending our money on. Money would be much better spent putting it into these people once they're into their tiny home villages, giving them a chance with social workers and other people to aid them getting back on their feet and becoming a part of our community again. That's all that I have to say right now. Thank you so much for, the CARES money. I would love it if the CARES money could help in the building of these tiny homes. Of course, donations could be used like it was for Unity Village, but if the CARES money could be put towards this, that would be a great use of that money. And it is a significantly different way than was budgeted. And that is one of the requirements for this care money spending. And the homeless problem is a huge thing that needs to be taken care of. And this would provide them space away from each other with barriers between each other, plus all the other benefits of them having their own tiny home. Please take this into consideration and let's put the homeless back on into discussions and back into our forefront of our minds. Thank you so much.
Our next speaker is Marcus D. Marcus, if you could state your full name for the record.
Hi, Marcus D. Stidham here. I actually sit on the Homeless Strategies Work Group, as well as I'm the Vice Chair for HomesNOW and the Program Director there. I'm glad to address this esteemed council. It's been some time for me to be here with you all, and I appreciate the work that you do. I'm speaking with my hat of the homeless advocate right now in Whatcom County, in that I have been, and I'm putting us all I'm trying to let everybody know, put everybody on notice, that as Mary just mentioned, we are having what can only be called sweeps actually in the streets right now. We have the policies not being enacted on the ground. I have, as homeless advocate, asked to be out on the ground with the cleanup officers, and I've had 2 opportunities to do so over 2 weeks apart, and I did it with all open heart, and the officers, for the most part, were really transparent and wonderful and full of compassion. What we have going on is the policy is just that is being touted and that we're supposed to be following by the BPD is not making it to the ground. And so we're actually sweeping on a backlog of everything that they'd passed before when they stopped doing cleanups. They're just going back on every single complaint. So these are complaint-driven sweeps, and they clean up everything. So if you call the cops, if you see a tarp, you call the cops, they're going to clean it up within a week. That's what you have in Bellingham, and that's against CDC recommendations. It's against the Whatcom County Health Department's recommendations, and it's against the policy as stated by Chief Dahl. I am suggesting I just want you to know that this is what I'm doing. This is the work we're all doing together. I want Unified Command to know about this. What's going on right now is that I'm really trying to get money reallocated from those cleanups into tent encampments, which can transition into these same tiny home villages you've been hearing my colleagues speaking about. You can do this. We can all do this, and we can have a win. We can have a win for the county. We can have a win for the city. We can have a win for the homeless people. We can have a win for BLM's demand for defunding. We can actually show them how funds can be moved into resources. We can do this together. HomesNOW will be glad to come to bear with any resources that we can help you with to help set that up, so that we can get a handful of good camps up and pull people out of the bushes and quit spending hoses and hoses and hoses of money on these cleanups. This is where the money's going, people, to move people literally across the street, as Mary noted, to just move people, to trespass people from an entire block. Where are they supposed to go? Some people can't take shelter at the mission. Not only they don't want to because of religious reasons, some of them can't. I have dogs. It can't be split up as a couple. There's various reasons. I really appreciate all the work you all do, and I hope that you'll follow this tightly. We're doing this right now. Thank you.